Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well and welcome back. So I recently picked up Glossier's newest launches. They came out with the Ultra Lips not too long ago, and these are like tinted lip balms, and they finally released bronzers. So given these launches, I thought it'd be fun to do an updated full face of Glossier since it's been a couple years, and I thought it'd be interesting to see how I feel about all the products and the brand in general. So before we get into today's video, I'd love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and let's get to it. So here I have my cute bag full of cute things. I'm going to be starting off with my base today, obviously, and I will be skipping out on the Future Dew today because this plus this and my oily skin, I might as well be a slip and slide. So I will not be putting myself in that situation today since I know what's good for me. I do really like this in the winter time, especially paired with drier foundations or more matte foundations. I feel like it adds a beautiful glow and it just kind of rehydrates and just makes the makeup go on really, really nicely. I like to reach for this when my skin is feeling on the drier side. So if you do have a drier skin type, I feel like you would love this stuff. I also really love the packaging. I think it's so cute. I love how shiny the bottle is. But besides that, I'm going to be going straight in with the Perfecting Skin Tint. I have the shades G8 as well as G9, and I think I'm going to use G9 today. I think it'll suit my summer tan a bit more. I feel like this is their most polarizing product, that's for sure. I personally really like the Glossier Skin Tint. Is it my favorite base product ever? No, but I still use it quite a bit. I actually like mixing this into other foundations to get a dewier finish or a lighter coverage finish. I mostly use it as a mixing medium, but I don't mind it on its own either. I like how it subtly corrects your redness and just blurs out the skin, and it also gives a ton of glow, which I do enjoy. But yeah, you definitely can't expect any coverage or anything like that. It's just kind of slightly corrects your face, and that's it. I thought it'd be fun to kind of give you my thoughts about Glossier as a brand besides the products. I feel like Glossier really made their impact at a time where full glam was the normal or what was in style and on trend. So I think that's what really made them stand out in the industry. I'm now going to jump into the concealer. I'm using the shade G9 as well, and I'm just going to apply it with my beauty blender under the eyes. But back at that time, there weren't many it brands that would offer kind of a more natural approach to makeup or products to achieve a no makeup look besides like Milk Makeup and like a few products here and there from random brands. Plus another thing that Glossier had going for them was their packaging. It was and still is really, really cute and minimalistic. And they also really catered to the younger generation with like the use of millennial pink in most of their packaging and branding. And now I'm just going to take a bit of the concealer and add it to the areas where I want to perfect a little bit more. So back to what I was saying, since things are kind of moving to the more natural side and a lot of brands are putting out those kind of products, I feel like Glossier is now in a position to kind of compete with other brands. I feel like other brands have really learnt from Glossier and they kind of evolved from that and kind of made things better. So I just feel like I don't really see or hear too much about Glossier anymore. But back then, anytime Glossier would launch anything, I feel like it was all over my subscription box and all over my Instagram feed. But now I barely hear anything. Like I have not seen or heard anyone talk about the Ultra Lips, and they've been out for a little bit now. I'm curious to see if I'm the only one feeling this way, or I want to just hear your opinions about Glossier. But that's just my opinion, and that's just how I feel about Glossier these days. But I do still enjoy quite a bit of their products. I just feel like we've kind of moved forward with other brands. I recently repurchased this concealer because the last one I had in my collection was getting really, really old, and I feel like it wasn't performing the way it should anymore. It was super creasy, so I'm interested to see if it was the product itself or if it was expired or if my face has changed, who knows. But now I'm going to be setting a few areas of my face with the Wowder, and I'm just applying it with this Royal & Nickel Balm 125 brush. I'm going to set my forehead here, but I'm going to dodge the outskirts of my face since I'm going to be trying out that bronzer shortly. And I'm also going to set right in the center of my cheeks. I usually wouldn't do this, but the cloud paints kind of work on top of powder, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm not a super fan of the Wowder To be honest, I did grab this out of my decluttering bin just because it is really nice and blurring, but the only thing that I don't like is that I find that it tends to darken up my concealer or just my makeup in general, and I do find it to be on the dehydrating side, which I don't super love. That thunder scared me so bad because it's blue skies out now. That is so weird. I hope the camera picked that up. What is going on? All these sirens just went off. Huh? Whatever, I'm just gonna continue applying this powder under my eye. I have this really funny dry spot on my nose. The other day I was having a nap and I woke up to Ren licking this one spot on my nose, and he completely licked off my skin with his rough tongue. So that's just what that is today. It's just gonna be there. So now it's finally the time to try out the solar paints. It says here that it's a luminous bronzer cream, and honestly I feel like I was anticipating their bronzer launch for so long, and when they posted their reveal photo on Instagram I just scrolled right by. I didn't even notice. I feel kind of let down from this launch, not going to lie, and I know I'm not alone in this. I feel like everyone was anticipating for them to launch a bronzer, and I'm like, this is it? And I feel like the shades are kind of weird as well. From the promo photos they all look really red and kind of patchy on the models, so I haven't tried them yet, so we'll see how it goes, but that's just my initial thoughts going into this. On the website it says here that it's a weightless bronzer designed to capture the warmth glow that you get from spending a day in the sunshine. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to apply it with my fingers on one side, and just out of pure curiosity I want to see how it blends out with a brush, because that's how I prefer to apply my bronzers. I feel like it's a lot quicker, and that's just how I developed my technique. It's just muscle memory at this point. So here are the two shades that I got swatched. This one here is Flare and this one is Ray. Here I'll kind of blur it out so you can see a little bit more accurately. There we go. I'm going to be using this one here. Maybe I'll start on my forehead so I can get a feel for the formula, and plus that's where my hair kind of covers it, so if things go south it won't be that big of a deal. So I'm just gonna take a bit with the wand like that, and I'm just gonna tap to blend. I don't really feel like it's a whipped texture, maybe when it's thickly swatched, but it's kind of just disappearing. Okay, that's like super patchy. I'm gonna try again with my finger, and then I'm going to move on with a brush on the other side. I'm gonna try to be more gentle with my taps. Maybe I was too aggressive and pressing too hard. Just gonna do little fairy touches right now. It's not blending out very nicely, I gotta be honest. That still looks super patchy. Uh-oh. I'm gonna try with a brush now on this side. Okay, I got a better application with a brush, that's for sure. It's like visible and way smoother, but still like not very seamless. Like it's still a little bit patchy. I just got a better result with this brush. By the way, this is a Melt 777. They did bring this brush back, but now it has a black handle and also black bristles. Okay, honestly on camera, not so bad. But in person, I don't think I'd ever use this. I feel quite unhappy with my result right away. I can confidently say that I don't know if I recommend this. Really hard to work with, and you guys know how I feel about products that are hard to work with. I thought these were going to be like a liquefied version of the Tower 28 Bronzinos. I thought that the pearl was going to be a lot more visible, but I do really like the finish itself. I like how you can't see any of the pearls, but it is really luminous at the same time. I think that's really cool. Just gonna take a little bit on my nose. And who knows, maybe it's just not meshing well with the skin tint today. I could try it out with a different base and then see how I feel. Now let's move forward away from the solar paints. I'm now going to highlight, and I did get the wrong shade in this, but this is the Halo Scope. I accidentally bought the shade Topaz. I meant to purchase the one for my skin tone, but I think this is sheer enough that it'll be okay. And this is like a highlighting balm. I used to be all about this. I almost finished an entire tube in the past, and that was at the beginning of my makeup career. And since then, I feel like I've found a lot better options. Although it does look really pretty, I find it to be a little bit sticky for my liking. But as balm highlights go, I do like how this one doesn't break up my makeup ever. I think that turned out for the better. I thought it was going to be a touch gold for my skin tone, but I think that's pretty. The finish is gorgeous if you like that kind of balmy highlight. So now it's time to move on to blush. I'm going to be using the Cloud Paints. These are my #1 favorite products that Glossier offers. I think they're so cute and the formula is really nice as well. The Cloud Paints are actually the first liquid blush to really get me into cream and liquid formulas. I did quickly swatch all of the shades that I have. This one here is Dusk, Puff, Beam, then down here is Dawn, Spark, and Eve. My top favorites and most worn are Dusk and Beam, and I feel like Puff is a runner-up too. It's really cute pink. I feel like I might use Puff today just because I've been enjoying pink colors and I feel like it's the most Glossier color. Another thing I really enjoy about the Cloud Paints is customizing a color. Like I might mix Dawn and Puff today to create a more neutral pink, but they're really fun. I use them exactly like actual paint tubes, and creating your own custom shade is so fun. There we are. There's my color. It's so cute. And I'm going to apply that with my Smith 115 brush. Ooh, that's nice. I really like these ones. I feel like they wear quite a while as well, especially for liquid or cream blushes. They dry down, so you get that longevity. I used to reach for these blushes all the time, but lately I feel like I've kind of distanced myself just because every brand out there is coming out with liquid or cream products. So now I'm going to move on to brows, and their brow products are kick-ass as well. Recently I've been really reaching for the Boy Brow. It's a great brow gel. It makes a very fluffy brow look and it has a great hold as well. It's one that I fall back on quite often. I think my love for this product will always remain. Now I'm going to be going in with the Brow Flick, which is one of my favorite brush tip brow pens. It just does the job perfectly. And I feel like for a product like this, it lasts quite a bit. In my experience, a lot of them dry out quickly, or the ink doesn't go all the way to the tip of the pen. But since it has that little shaking mechanism, you're always left with a juicy tip. The brows and base are complete, and before we move on to eyes and lips, I just want to gather my thoughts on a few things. I feel like the brows are beautiful. I love the blush. I really like how the highlighter looks today. I think it's actually quite flattering. I still am iffy about the bronzer. It's definitely not a favorite. The concealer is not agreeing with my under eyes, but I do like it on the face, like in the areas where I built it up. I think it looks nice, but under my eyes here, look at this. I feel very vulnerable in this position for some reason, but anyways, very creasy. I also have seen a few people use it as an all over base. I kind of want to try that one of these days. I feel like that would actually be very pretty, but for the under eye, it's a no from me. So now moving on to eyes, they have a few products. They have their Sky Washes, which are like a sheer liquid shadow, and they also have these, the Lid Stars, which I've actually never tried a lid star ever in my life, which is probably hard to believe, but I was just never really interested in them. So maybe I'll layer this one over top of one of these. I did make the mistake of purchasing these fun colors in the Sky Washes, which I wasn't sure what I was expecting because they are marketed as a very sheer, like little veil for the eye. And I was like, I don't know if a sheer lime green would be nice on the eyes, and I was kind of right. It's like a fun thought in theory, but once it's blended out on there, I feel like it's kind of pointless. This one is Lawn and this one is Pool. These two other shades are quite a bit more pigmented. That one is Terra and this one is Echo, which is like a deep chocolatey brown initially in the swatch, but then it blends out to a sheerer brown. Honestly, just for fun, I'm very curious to see what this color looks like on my eyes. I did try this one on before, and it was just really ugly. You know what's interesting? I kind of feel like this might be expired, or maybe I got a weird batch because there's little balls in the product. And I purchased these not too long ago. Okay, yeah, this is immediately going to be wiped off, but I hope you can see what I mean. Do you see the little balls? Do you see the little blue balls? Kosas sent a little micro lens for the iPhone, so I'll get you to see what I'm seeing. Ooh, honestly, all of the colors I have those little balls in it. I don't know if I want that on my eyeball. The only shade that doesn't have it is Echo. I'm just gonna use Echo all over my eye. Just kind of working it in between those lashes. And then I'm going to take a little fluffy brush to kind of get it nicely blended into the crease. And I'm also going to carry that to my lower. Hopefully this will disguise the creasy action going on down there. And I'm going to see if I can build this up. So I'm just taking some on the back of my hand because I feel like if I apply it with the applicator, it might like scratch it and pick up some product that's already there. So I'm just gonna tap a second layer. This is a Smith 253, by the way. So there is the Sky Wash all over my eye. It looks nice today, but I feel like it took a long time to apply and it's a little bit finicky, and I feel like it's already starting to kind of migrate around. I don't know if I super love them, but I for sure know that I wouldn't really recommend them. I just gave my lashes a quick curl, and now I'm going to apply some of the Lash Slick mascara. I haven't used this in a long time, but this used to be my go-to for my bottom lashes. It's a tubing mascara, which I really enjoy for the lower lash line because they never budge. And I find this mascara to be a good one. I like it for my more natural or lightweight days. It mostly lengthens and separates, but it separates them in a really flattering way. And I feel like it kind of volumizes at the base, so it just gives your lashes a cute fluttery look. This is another one of my favorite products that Glossier offers. I decided I didn't want to add the lid star on top of everything. I tried it on the back of my hand and it kind of removed the Sky Wash. So I'm just gonna put this lid star as my inner corner highlight for a little something fun. This is the lid star in the shade Moon. So here are the eyes all done. So out of the eye products I used, I think I would only recommend the mascara. I think it's still very pretty. It's a cute one. I think I might start using this for my lower lashes again, now that it's in my collection once again. So now let's move on to the lips. I'm really excited to try these out. I have yet to try them. These are the Ultra Lips. And I just have to say, like, the imprint on the tops of these lipsticks are so crisp. I've never seen an imprint be so crisp. It makes for a very lovely first greeting. So I picked up 3 shades. So here they are. They have a nice amount of pigment. I think I'm gonna like these because they seem to be very similar to the M Cosmetics Cushion lipsticks. So this shade here is Portrait, middle one is Villa, and over here is Trench. I'll just quickly swatch all of the 3 shades on my lips. So this one is Portrait. I tend to be very picky with tinted lip balms, but this is nice. I like the sheen and the amount of pigment you get in them as well. Really cute. I'm now going to try Trench. Oh, I think this is going to be a nice fall color. I like it. And lastly, let's try Villa. Ooh, I like that one, I think the best. That might be an everyday color. It's like a My Lips But Better shade for my lips. Just a little bit more pinky. Ooh, I think this is gonna be the winner for today. Ooh, I really like that. I don't think I'm going to bother adding a lip liner or anything. I'm happy with the way that looks. Cute, all in all. I really like my face of makeup I have going on right now. The hair is back down, so that means the look is finished. What do you guys think? All in all, I think this makeup turned out very pretty. There's just a few things that I want to be picky about. So now I'm going to give you my first impressions on the newer launches. So now I'm going to give you my first impression thoughts on the new products here from Glossier. So first with the Ultra Lips, I can confidently say that these are really cute. and I think that they're worth it for a tinted lip balm. These are stunning. I love how glossy they are, and the amount of pigment is nice. They just feel very hydrating and nourishing. I'm also very happy with the shades that I ended up picking out. I see myself using all of these shades quite often. But for the solar paints, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I'd really reach for these much, but before completely dismissing them, I'm curious to see how it would wear and apply on a normal foundation, like the Fenty Ease Drops or the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Those two are my go-to foundations right now, so I want to see how these perform on those before recommending these or not. But off of the results I got today, I would not recommend them. I feel like they were hard to work with. Although the finish was beautiful, I feel like the tones are a little bit weird. But with that being said, that is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so very much. I'll make sure to link all of these products in the description down below as always, and I will see you in my next one. Love you. Bye!